Good morning, friends. In last lecture, we understood principles of scientific management given by Taylor. Right? Now, today, we are going to deal with techniques of scientific manage, which are also given by F.W. Taylor. You all know that F.W. Taylor was an American mechanical engineer, introduced his observations and experiment based on scientific data. He is also known as father of scientific management. Now, what is meant by scientific management? Scientific management consists of knowing what you want men to do exactly and seeing it that they do it in the best and the cheapest manner. Now, we will go through techniques of scientific management which are given by F.W. Taylor. Now, the first technique is work study. Now, what is work study? According to Taylor, any job should be studied by the management while assigning it to workers. The study consists of organized, systematic, and critical assessment of various activities. He further stated that work study is based on the techniques such as time study, motion study, method study, and fatigue study. We will go through these. Now, the first one is time study. It determines the standard time taken to perform a well defined job. The standard time is fixed for the whole of the task by taking several readings. The aim of time study is to determine the number of workers to be employed. Also, the precise time required for each element of the work is determined under the given conditions. Wages can be decided accordingly. Now, the next one is method study. The intention of method study is to find out the best manner of doing the job. There are various methods of doing any job. For better quality and cost effectiveness, determining the best way of doing that job is important. There are several parameters. These all exercise is to minimize the cost of production and maximize the quality of and satisfaction of the customers. Now the next one is motion study. Motion study helps to eliminating unnecessary movements and finding the suitable method of doing a job. It in refers to the study of movement like lifting, putting objects, sitting and changing positions, etc., which are undertaken while doing a typical job. Now, the next one is fatigue study. A person is born to feel tired physically and mentally if for a long time he has not rest for a while. The target pressure, heavy working tools, and poor working conditions results fatigue. This will affect the efficiency of workers. Also, it has adverse effect on the health of employee. That is why it is necessary to reduce it. And the study of fatigue helps in reducing the stress. Now, the next, that means second technique is standardization of tools and equipments. Taylor was a strong supporter of standardization. According to him, scientific method should be used to analyze methods of production under the rule of thumb. The best practice can be kept and can be done through work study techniques which include time study, motion study, fatigue study, and method study. Standardization refers to the process of setting standards for every business activity. It can be standardization of process, raw material, time, production, machinery, methods, or working conditions. These standards are the guidelines should be followed in the organization. Now, see the next, that is scientific task setting. According to Taylor's, A fair day's work of employee should be fixed. Scientific task setting is very important to prevent the employees from performing assigned work much below their capacity. But if the standards are given to employees, they will complete the working according to the standards. And for managers will be able to keep control on proper workflow of the organization. It helps to utilize the human resources in their full capacity. Now the fourth one is scientific selection and training. The management should design scientific selection procedure so that right men are selected for the right job. Employees are selected according to predetermined standards. According to Taylor, the first step in scientific selection is determining the job for which workers are required. After that, the most appropriate qualifications, training, experience, and the level of efficiency for the requisite post are determined. If required, after selection, management should provide the proper training programs to increase their skills and capacity. Now go through the fifth, that is functional organization. According to Taylor, planning is separated from implementation. Taylor advocated that specialization must be introduced in a factory. He advocated function foremanship for this purpose. Functional foremanship is a form of organization which involves supervision of a worker by several specialist foremen. Taylor's, Taylor believed that a single foreman is not competent to supervise all functional matters. He recommended 8 foremen in all control the various departments of production. He suggested at planning level, the first should be route clerk, tells how work moves from one machine to other. Second one, instruction clerk, records instructions to complete the work. Third is time and cost clerk. He determines time in which work should be completed and work out the cost. Now the fourth one should be discipline clerk. He ensures that the workers are working at as per the factory rules. Now the B is at implementation level. Now first one is for planning level and this is for implementation level. In implementation level, the first is gang boss. He actually gets the work done. Second one is speed boss, ensures that the work is completed in specific time. Third one is repair boss, handles security and maintenance of machines. And fourth one will be inspector, who ensures that the work is done as per the specified standards. Now the sixth one is differential piece wage plan. This plan was suggested by Taylor to attract highly efficient workers. Under this plan, there are two piece wages system. One is lower and another is higher. He wanted to differentiate between efficient and inefficient workers. The standard time and other parameters should be determined on the basis of the work study. The standard of efficiency is determined in terms of number of units during a day or standard same. The worker who produce more than standard output within the standard time, he will be given higher piece rate. On the other hand, if a worker is below the standard, he shall be given low rate of wages. Thus, Taylor's system of wage payment encourages the workers to attain higher standard. Now students, in this way we have completed all the techniques. Now let's review today's learning. Today we understood techniques of scientific management. The techniques are: first, work study; second, standardization of tools and equipments; third one, scientific task settings; fourth, scientific selection and training; fifth, functional organization; and the last one is differential piece wage. In this way, we have completed the first chapter, that is Principles of Management. In this chapter, we studied nature of principles of management. We had seen 7 nature of principles of management. Then we understood significance of principles of management, which are 7 in number. Then we studied principles of management given by Henry Fayol, right? We studied there 14 principles. And then we studied principles of management given by Taylor, F.W. Taylor. And today we understood techniques of scientific management. Friends, in this way, we have completed our first chapter, that is Principles of Management. I have also given you the assignment. You have to solve the assignment in separate notebook. And also, I have given Google form quiz. You have to solve that quiz. And also, I have provided notes for this first chapter. Hope you understood all the chapter neatly. Thank you for attending all the lectures attentively.